Let's begin this evening's journey into power. Go ahead and begin in a child's pose on your mat. Now in September, we're entering autumn. And as far as elements go, it's reminiscent of the earth element. So here in your child's pose, really bring your toes as close to touch or to touch as you can. Good, set your knees nice and wide and push your tailbone and your sit bones all the way back towards your heels. You may not get there all the way back. That's okay. Just the direction, push the hips toward the back of the mat. Reach your arms forward, really long, stretch the shoulders, your elbows, stretch it all out. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Push it out through the nose. Good. Another good deep breath. Fill up. Exhale it out. Come up to a tabletop. Push down into the palms right away and onto the knees. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists and ground down. So tops of your feet, push them down into the mat and begin to take some circles here. Circle the hips to the right first, then take it all the way back towards your heels and make a big circle with your whole body. Yeah, you might be going clockwise or counter, whichever way you started is fine. And you can make big or small circles with the body. Just root down into the mat as you move. Take a breath in. On your exhale, make your way back to the center and switch directions. Take a few loops the other way. Yeah, spread your fingers apart here. Really push down into the hands and the feet. Know that your movement comes from the center of your body, from your foundation. Good. Come to the middle. Take a good breath in. Blow all the air out. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet or take any movement you need here. But push your hips up and back toward the back edge of the mat now. Bend the knees. Take a breath in. Come to hover above the mat. Really bend low. Good. Now push up. Inhale. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees. Exhale. Come low. Yes. Bend the knees. Rise up. Straighten out. And then bend on your exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale up. On the exhale, bend. Come to hover. Step to the head of your mat now. Ragdoll. On an inhale, pull your belly muscles in and up. And here for the first time standing during your practice on your feet, I want you to roll onto the outer edges of your feet, the blade edges. Yep, and then roll the feet inside onto the ball mounds of your big toes and flare your outer feet out. Yeah, your knees might come together when you do that. That's okay. So you're rolling in and out from, yeah, it's like a left and right direction on the soles of your feet. You got it, Allison, like that. Yeah, so lift the arches up. Yes, like that. Now come back to the center. Press both heels down evenly. Press all of your toes down. Good. And on your inhale, rise up to stand. Lift your toes as you lift up, but keep the foot down. There you go. Reach up for extended mountain. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Go ahead and set a grounding word for yourself or an intention, something that brings you right here to this moment. Something that gives you foundation and a sensation of earth, of grounding. We'll seal your intentions and begin with 3 ohms together. Take a breath in. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, bend and fold all the way down. Halfway lift, breathe in. High to low plank, press your palms down, step back. Good, then upward facing dog, breathe in. Down dog, take it back. 5 breaths, everybody, in. Full exhales out. Yeah, 4 more. You're gonna use your breath to get you here, present and grounded. Good. Listen to the sound as you inhale. Full exhale. On the last breath in, rise on your toes. Bend your knees. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Extended mountain. Reach up. Lift your toes. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Step back. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Down dog. Breathe out. 5 breaths in and out. Set your gaze right between your feet and just breathe. Really good, y'all. Keep going. On this last breath in, rise on the toes, get high, bend at your knees, move to the head of your mat, halfway lift, breathe in, exhale, bow. Extended mountain, maybe arch the back this time, reach up, exhale, fold down, halfway lift. Chaturanga, go to low push-up, right to that low, and then upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Allow each breath in to really fill you up and the exhale out to get complete. Like the opportunity for a sigh is there with every single breath. Good. Last one. Inhale, rise up, bend at your knees, move to the head of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose, Utkatasana, sit down. We're going to be here for a few breaths in this first one. Good. Notice your feet here. Lift and spread all 10 toes. Yeah, get the toes off the mat. But yes, press the ball mounds of your big toes down. Beautiful, everybody. Yes, take one more breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. A few breaths on this first set. Really get interested in the back, the outer edges of your feet, especially the back foot as you anchor down. Press the outer edge of your back foot down into the mat. Lift your back arch off the mat. Yeah, really good. Take one more breath, lift up. Good, exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Get curious about your feet. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward for warrior one. And then press the outer edge of your right foot into the mat. Lift your right arch up. Good. Now bring your pelvis down to ground with your feet. Nice. Take one more breath in. Exhale, go to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing, down dog. Take 3 breaths. Yeah, bring your rhythm in and then push it out. Rise up on your toes. Inhale, bend at your knees, move forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, 1 breath now. Up, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, really press your feet down. Downward facing dog, right foot forward, warrior one, go. Inhale up, then exhale down, chaturanga. Up dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Press down. Rise up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 3 full breaths in. Push it out. Good. 2 more. On the last one, rise on your toes. Bend your knees. Spring forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Take a big step and reach. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. On your exhale, go down, chaturanga. Upward facing to down dog. Go ahead, pedal the feet out here. Take a breath together. Let it go. Good. Lift that right leg up. Open the hip. So heel to bum. Really push down into the left foot that's anchored on the floor here. Come up high on those toes. Really high up on your left toes. Good. Now open your hip even farther. There you go. And take it to a flip dog if you're going there. If you're holding this three-legged dog, get curious about how high up you can come on that back foot and maintain your foundation. Nice, Christina. There you go. And we'll do 2 breaths here. In, full breath out. Reach long on this inhale. Go. Come around for right side plank. Press down now the outer edge of your feet. Yeah, that bottom foot, the outer edge. Nice toes, everybody. I see your toes. Lift and spread those toes. Get them up there. Good. Now see if you can lift the top leg, but push the heel back towards the back of your mat. Yeah, like that. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, go. Chaturanga. Upward facing to down dog. Left leg goes up in the air. Stretch it long. Open that hip up. So all the way heel to bum. High on your right toes now. Yeah, open the hip even more. Start to lean. Then go ahead, take your flip dog if you're going there. Your hand now becomes part of your foundation. So it's almost like you've got a third foot. Treat the palm of your hand just like you are the soles of your feet. Press down into the palms and the one in the air. Spread the fingers apart. Push, push. Take one more breath in. Left side plank. Yes. Really solid transition here, y'all. When you've got the focus on that sense of grounding, you got a stability even here in the beginnings of your practice. Now, if you're going to lift that top leg, go ahead, go for it, and pull your toes towards your face. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, move, chaturanga. Upward facing to down dog. Breath together, in, let it out. Yeah, lift the right leg up and back. Take a breath. Step forward, crescent lunge on the right now. Give your feet enough room. You want space between your feet. Definitely hip width so that you've got a solid foundation. You don't feel like you're swaying from side to side or that you're going to fall over. Create that width that you need. Nice. Now lift your front toes off the mat. Let them be up. Yes. Hands to heart. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. Lift your back heel up over your toes. Yeah, and now push it down toward the mat. So a little movement with the back foot. You typically would keep the heel up, but I'm asking you here, yeah, to give yourself in the twist a little movement. So lift the heel, push it down. Lift the heel, push it down. Good. And you may find some opening and access in your twist here. You can open your arms, take a breath in, and then settle into your feet. Be still if that works. Take one more breath in. Stay for your exhale. Warrior 2. Drop the back foot. Right away, open up. Yeah, and if you find you've got more space, take it up, move the front foot forward. There you go, Ratsan, I see you. Good, and let the shoulders come down, ground down through the shoulders, the pelvis, everything grounds to the floor. Take one more breath in, let it out, extended side angle, reach, and stretch from the back of the mat all the way to the front. 2 breaths here, in, full breath out. Last big inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. Lift the left leg up, breathe it in. Step through, crescent lunge on the left. Inhale your way up, and then same action here. Get really tall through the back heel to set your foundation. Hands up high. Bring them to heart. Go ahead, twist to the left. Now here, play with lifting and dropping your heel. I want you to notice the sensation through your feet. and how that works all the way up through your legs here. Yeah, and then once you find a sweet spot, go ahead and deepen your twist. Really, yeah, Susan's opening the arms. Get ready for that. Go ahead, take that on. Find your spot, ground down. Breath in, full breath out. One more time, in. Exhale, warrior two. When you get into your feet and you get really purposeful about your foundation and your legs and your feet, you're able to stabilize the torso, the shoulders, and everything that comes above it. So using that space, take a deep breath in, go lowering your lunge. There you go, get to the ground. Extended side angle, breathe in and extend your arm long. 2 breaths in and out. Last big breath. Exhale, chaturanga. We'll meet in that downward facing dog. Go through your vinyasa. Clear your breath out. Good. Breathe together now. Empty. One more time. In. Bend at your knees. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. And pause. Yeah, some of you are already getting the toes off the mat. I see you. Now work with not just the feet, but the inner ankles now. Put your attention on your inner ankles. Turn them toward the back of the mat. I see that. Yeah. But ground down through the ball mounds of the big toe. Yeah. Beautiful. Hands to heart. Breathe in. Twist to the right. Breathe out. 3 breaths here. And sit low. Trust that your feet and legs have got you to sit nice and low for these twists. Good. Last one. Get empty. Chair pose. Reach high. Forward fold all the way down. Reach your fingers around your toes. Wrap them up. Yeah. And shake out your head. I see you guys. Go for it. Yeah. And here again, do some of the fanning of your feet. Inner and outer edges as you hold on to your big toes, or maybe rock forward and back 1 foot at a time, just to get the whole foot surface area touching the mat, off the mat. Yeah. All right, let go of your toes, rise up, chair pose, inhale your way up. Yeah, get low through the hips. I see you. Kelly's like tucked her thumbs in the creases of the hips there. Do that. Get yourself nice and low and then lift the toes up. Make sure you've got that foundation through the feet. Good. Inhale and twist to the left. Go. 3 breaths on this side. See if you can untuck your tailbone. Push it toward the back of the mat. There you go. Nice, Susan. I saw that. Last breath. Twist it out. Good. Reach up, chair. Forward fold. Exhale it out and take gorilla pose. Palms under your feet. Here's another interesting place to rock forward and back. Get your heels off the mat a little bit. Even if it's just a tiny bit, like a millimeter off the mat, to shift your weight. Good. Let go of your hands. Come down to a forearm plank. We're gonna change up. Normally we go to crow here, but today I want you to come to a forearm plank. And you can be on your knees if you need to be here for that. That's cool. You'll get the same amount of work where you can be in that full forearm plank. Just make sure that your tush is in line, shoulders, hips, everything in line there. Hug in like you've got a jacket zipped up around your abs. Good. Now roll forward on your toes all the way forward. Good. Now roll back. Push your heels back. Yep. And your butt will come up in the air for a little bit for that, almost like a little peak. Yeah, not quite dolphin pose, but a little bit. So go ahead, roll forward a bit. And if you're on your knees, you can still do this. You just roll back. Stretch the shoulders. Good. Keep your belly muscles in. Do a few of these rolls forward and back. Keep the belly in and up. There you go. Nice, everybody. Take one more forward. Push it back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead. Yeah, a little different activation through the core, but also ground through the feet, the forearms. bringing you that foundation so that you can focus on that. Take a breath together, empty, let it out. Come to the head of your mat, halfway lift, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Rise on up for eagle pose on the right. Choose that one spot to set your gaze, just one spot. And keep your breath moving in nice and steady and out. Good. Step down, switch, equal to the left. Steady, even breath. Soft gaze. Good. Step down, take it on the right again. Really hug in through the inner thighs. Yeah, like a zipper's there. Breathe in. Step down, switch, take it over to the left. As you cross and wrap, really hug in, squeeze through the legs, and push down through the whole sole of your standing foot. The whole sole. Get the whole foot on the floor. Take a breath in. Good. Step down, rise up, standing leg raise on the right. Now listen closely. I'm going to activate core, but through feet. So lift the left arm up, right leg is up. Good, and push your right hand right on the top of your thigh, probably close to your knee, but everybody's arms are different lengths. So, just somewhere on the top there. I want you to push with your palm, the right palm, into your lifted thigh. Push your lifted thigh up into the palm. Do you feel what happens in your low belly when you do that? Can you spread your toes apart on the lifted foot and do that? Yeah, good. Now keep it going. Take a breath in, full breath out. Keep pushing, active push in, push out. One more breath in. Take it back to airplane all the way back. See how long you can express through the lifted foot here. The whole lifted leg, really, but really use your back foot to steer and drive you and get that lift through the whole body. Take one more inhale, then open up, go to half moon. Yes, using that same lifted foot to steer and drive as you open the hips. Take one more breath in, look up. Exhale, rise to stand at the head of the mat. Come all the way forward for the leg raise on the left now. Same deal. Left leg up in the air, right arm up, and then left hand on the thigh. Counter pressure here. So really push down. And you notice if your foot's back here, right? Do you see my foot's kind of back here? You're not going to get as much abdominal engagement. So really bring your foot forward so you're more like a letter L, or you might extend a little more to get that. Yeah. And then when you notice your low belly kick on, that's the spot. Good. Now 3 breaths here. Good. Just keep pushing the hand down and bring that leg up. Breathe in, breathe out. Last inhale. Go to airplane on your exhale. Take it back. Oh, yeah. Some of you bring a hand bind in here. Welcome to do that. Just get the length from heel all the way up the sides of the body, all the way up to your ears and out. Really good, y'all. Take a breath. On the exhale, go to half moon. Yeah, and you might get more height today, or you might feel steady. You might have all kinds of thoughts or something coming up. That's okay. Just use your feet as your presence, your touchstone for this moment. Push through the lifted heel a lot. Nice, Susan. Turn your toes to the side of the mat, Miles. You got it. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, lift up. Good. Rise to stand at the head of the mat. Step all the way forward, standing bow or dancer on the right. Let the sweat drip. Let it happen. Let it be there. Just keep breathing as you move. Step down and switch. Take your bow or your dancer to the left. Allow your standing foot to feel like roots, but not so much the toes. Let it be the foot, the sole of the foot. Let the toes be along for the ride. Yes, I see some of you working to soften them. Use the foot. That's it. Step down, switch, take it over to the right. That can be a real challenge, right? To leave the toes in the air for your dancer. Leave your toes in the air for your dancer. Or even if it's just one toe, take a breath in. Good, step down, switch, take it over to the left. When you set true roots down instead of that grip action through the toes, what happens? Good, take one more breath here. Really lift yourself up. Breathe in. Stay for the out breath. Good, step to the head of the mat. Come forward for tree pose. Take a hand bind of some kind. So it could be low, could be up high. But connect your hands together in some way as you build your tree. Bring everything into the center here, center line, hands, feet, core, gaze, everything through the center. Step down and switch, tree on the left. Keep a central hand bind or connection of some sort. And then bring your breath into it from your belly. Breathe in and out. Good, one more time. And empty. Step down, come to the head of the mat. Extended mountain pose, reach it all up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, low plank. Pull it in, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift the right foot forward, triangle pose, go. This is the grounding sequence, right? You feel like it was made for your feet. And indeed it was. Now, same action here. Lift all 10 toes off the mat. Not just the front ones here. Lift the back toes too. Let them get up in the air. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Side facing, wide leg forward fold. Here before you fold, okay, actually, I'm going to come back to my mat so Ratana can see me too. Ratana, take a peek at your screen. So everybody look up to the demo mat. Before you go anywhere in a fold, I want you to take almost like a really wide squat. So normally your toes would be at 12 o'clock. Here, I want you to turn them out to about probably 11 and 1 or 10 and 2, whatever works for you. Come into that squat. Reach your arms up overhead like you're holding a beach ball overhead. Good. Lean to the left. Yep. And then switch. Lean over to the right. Now see if you can lift your toes. Some of you already have your toes in the air. Ground down through the feet. Pull your belly in and engage here. These are sunflowers, right? Little earthy action. But really what you're doing is working your feet, your legs, and your core all together here as you take the movement. Good. Make your way back to the middle. Take a breath in. And go ahead. Forward fold. Nice wide leg fold. Take it down. If you want to continue movement here, feel free to do that. You can do some lunges or take yourself upside down. I know some of you are really working your headstands. Feel free to play around with that as you ground down into your arms and your head. Take 2 more breaths. If you're taking movement, come back through the middle and rise up. Namaste, front facing forward fold, right foot forward. Go ahead and on your exhale, hinge down. Yeah, toes up in the air, breathe it in. Then settle the toes nice and easy down to the mat. Yeah, just so they're not gripping. They can just settle and be there. There you go. Natasha, take your right leg out a little wider. Yeah, you can do that railroad track stance. There you go. So the foundation feels nice and steady. Good. Breath in. On the exhale, twisting triangle. Left arm down, right arm out and up. There you go. Good. Now, everybody push your right hip back. Bring the left hip forward. There you go. You might bend the knee or totally adjust your feet. There you go. Look how much longer you got there. Excellent, y'all. Keep going. Breath in. Twist it out. One more time in. Then chaturanga. Move as you breathe out. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And exhale it out when you get there. A breath together. Empty out. Left foot forward, triangle pose. Here you go. Nice and wide. Not just between the area between your feet, but the whole sole of your foot. Make the soles of your feet feel wide. Use the whole surface area of your foot. Front foot, back foot, use all the foot space. Nice. Breath in, empty out, rise up, side facing wide leg forward fold. Yogi's choice here. You can take an arm bind and go down. Or again, you can work some handstand hops, whatever you need here to play around or feel grounded. Yes. I love seeing all the shoulder opening you guys choose. Always nice to open up the chest and the heart when you're coming from a space of feeling grounded. Nice. If you've got that arm bind, really see if you can open up the chest, spread the collarbones wide there. Yeah, nice, Chelsea. I see you. Work the collarbones open. Take a breath. Empty out. Come back through the middle. Rise up for namaste, front facing, forward fold. Yeah. From your feet, pull in the muscles up into your calves, all the way up into the thighs. Breathe in, hug your legs in, full breath out. Good. Inhale here, then twisting triangle, right arm down. Yes, and create that space. Look at that twist through the middle of your spine, that whole thoracic area. That's where you want to twist. So let your ribs open toward the left side of your mat. Nice, Susan. Keep going. Take a full breath in. Stay right here for that twist. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Go to the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog to down dog. Ha. Yeah, go ahead in your down dog. Pedal it out. Take a big breath. Sigh and let it go. Yeah, roll on out. Come on down to the mat. All the way for locust. For this first locust pose, point your toes long behind you so the tops of your feet can touch the mat. Yep, and leave your feet and thighs down. So just the upper body lift up. You could have your hands on the floor to do that, or you can have your arms up in the air. Whatever works for you tonight is cool. Just leave the tops of your feet on the floor. Good. Lift up. It might be a little lift. It might be a big lift. Whatever you got is good. Take a breath. On the exhale, come down. Good. Take a breath, cheek to the mat. Empty it out. Good. Come up, second locust pose. This time, if you've got lift through the feet, go ahead, lift the feet and the legs off the mat. Yeah, your thighs might stay down or they may come up a bit. That's okay. Root down through the pelvis now. Yeah, because your feet are in the air. Take a breath in and come down. Upward facing dog. Big breath in. Come on up. Downward facing dog. Take it back. Bridge pose. Go ahead, make your way there. And if you've got a block, I'm gonna recommend putting it right between either your ankles or your calves tonight, the lower legs. So you just play around with the width of your block. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Just act like you've got a block, that hug in kind of sensation. Good, Natasha, I'm actually let's flip it to the medium setting here. Ready? Here, wait, do it like that between the calves. Yeah, good. All right, go ahead, lift up. There we go. Now, keep that action, hug in towards center line toward the block. Yep. So if it was between your calf muscles, your calves would come in, legs in. Now lift up. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, come down. Really good. Take a breath. Let it ride. Lift back up. Bridge pose number 2. We're going to go to wheel from here, but I want you to have the foundation in your bridge. See if you can keep that hug in through the feet or the calves, wherever your block is or imaginary block is. Go on up. Go ahead. Wheel pose from here. Keep that hug in through the middle of the body. Press down, lift up. That's it. Let your feet hold you. Take a breath and come down. Ha. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Lift back up. Wheel pose. Go. Hug in, press down, and rise. There you go. Take a breath in the air and then come down. Deep breath in. Let it go. Bridge or wheel pose. Rise on up. Give yourself a lift. A breath in the air. And then come down, exhale. Take a breath on your mat. Let it go and rise up, bridge or wheel. This is the fourth one. You're going to 6. You've got this. Take a breath in the air, lift yourself up, and then come down. Keep that hug and go on up. Wheel or bridge number 5. Press, lift, squeeze. There you go. Yeah, strong through the legs. Take a breath and tuck the chin, come down. Last one, y'all. Here you go. Last one. Press down, rise up. Give it everything you've got. All the strength from the middle of your body. Just push it on up. Good. And take a breath for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, 1. Everybody come on down for Supta Baddha Konasana. Yes, ground the soles of your feet together. And let the breath move through your whole body here, belly, chest, all of it. Happy baby or dead bug pose. Grab onto your roots. By roots, I mean your feet. Grab onto your roots or the outer edges, maybe your thighs are your roots here, if that's what you've got. All good. And then, yep, take any rocking, big, small, or stillness. Okay, we're going to do stability now. So press your heels to the ceiling, straight up and down. Listen closely. Your feet are what I want you to focus on here. Your abs and your breath, right? Those are all important things, breath especially, but I want you to focus on your feet. And I want you to see if you can look at them this whole time, okay? So you may need to lift your shoulders to get a peek. See if you can do it, right? Take a breath in. Lower a third of the way to the mat. Good. Can you see your toes? Take a breath in. Lower another third. Can you still see your toes? Good. Take a breath. Come to hover. Look at the toes for 3. Good. 2 and 1. Take them all the way to the ceiling. Good. Breath in. Lower a third. Eyes on your feet. Nice and active. Lower a third. I've never seen such active feet. Come to hover. Look at them. 3, 2, 1. All the way up. Good. One more set. Take a breath in. Lower a third. Eyes on the pinky toes. Go ahead. Lower again. Third of the way. Good. And then come to hover. Look at your big toes for 3, 2, 1. Pull your knees to your chest. Abdominal twist now. So keep those active feet and push your feet forward as you rotate in those abdominal twists or yogi bicycles. Go. Yeah, like you're trying to kick something, not with just your toes, but the whole sole of your foot. Like you're trying to punch a hole with your foot through a cardboard box or something that's in front of you. Good. For 10, 9, 8, whole foot. Go. 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boat pose. Come on up. Navasana. Yeah, you can root your feet. They might touch the ground or they might be lifted. Wherever you are today is perfectly good. Just get active in the feet. So whether they're pointed or flexed, commit. Yeah, commit. I'm going to turn around. There we go. Woo, Miles, your feet are sweating. They're dripping over there. I love that. Good, everybody. Take a breath in. Stay right here. One more time. Inhale up. Go to downward facing dog. Ha. Pedal your feet out. Yep. Shift your hips, your shoulders. Yeah, a little movement. And then take right side half pigeon. Use your whole leg here. Put your attention on the whole leg, the front leg specifically. As you set up the foundation, the physical foundation here. And this is where something like a block can come in handy to give you some support and a little height so that you can really focus on your body foundation. Now put your attention on your back leg. Long and straight and awake. Ratana, can you drop your left shoulder down toward the mat? Your left shoulder. I think it's your left shoulder. There you go. Connect with the sense of grounding. Ground down like earth right here. Allow yourself to be held here by the floor. Even as you hold your muscles and the skeleton up in the posture, allow the floor to hold you. Go ahead and switch. Take your pigeon over to the left now. Any movement you need between is A-okay. Take it. It's Monday. We like to move on Mondays. And then settle yourself in, ground down like earth into your left half pigeon. Notice your back foot here, whatever part of your foot is touching the floor or your mat, whether it's toes or whether it's the top of your foot. Press down, be intentional with your back foot. Double pigeon on the right. So stack the right leg on top first, or take that figure 4. Turn sideways here. There we go. And if you've got your hands, if you can get your hands on your feet or somewhere, maybe the outer edges of the thighs too, if the feet doesn't work for you, like maybe the knees, above the knees or on the thighs. Same action. Remember in standing leg raise, how you push down, push in, that counter pressure, create that here for yourself. So palms of the hands either on the feet, soles of your feet, or the knees. Push in with the hands and push the thighs of the feet back into the hands. Yep, active. Keep it active. And then if you want to take a lean forward, you can certainly do that. Take it to whatever depth works for you this evening. But active, push through the hands, push the legs into your palms. Go ahead and switch, take it over to the left. When you can be your own assistant in that way, using your own hands, your own manipulation, right? You can explore the depth of how you want to take the pose. How much opening do you want to create here? How much can your body give you space for? You may surprise yourself. So when you use your own hands, your own sense of manipulation to press, to explore and discover, you may get a deeper stretch or access to something you never had before. Frog pose. In the studio, turn so your head goes over toward the window side of your mat. Ratana's getting herself all set up there. Now here, as you enter the pose, notice the position of your ankles. Yep, right behind your knees. If you can give yourself that space so that your heels come out wider. Yep, ankles right behind the knees. And then you can play with leaning forward, leaning back. Find that spot in your foundation where your hips need to open up and relax. Allow your knees, your elbows, whatever's touching the floor, the mat here. Allow yourself to root down into that. And do deep breaths through the belly in. And then full breaths out. Take 3 more like that. Good. Last full breath. Get completely empty and make your way out of frog back to a seated position on your mat here for leg extension on the right. We're going to take it wide today. So go ahead and set your leg out in front of the hip, directly in front of the hip, but lean to the side, lift the left arm over. So a lateral stretch here, side of the body. Yeah, there you go. It might actually feel like a twist. I see you, Brian. It's almost like a twist there. Yep. But give the left side of your body some big space to open up. Your top arm might be hanging out in the air. That's okay. Or you may have the depth to go all the way to your toe. Everybody's body's different. So just be where you are here for 3 breaths. Good. Full inhale. Full exhale. Switch. Leg extension to the left. Leg right out in front of the hip. So the leg's not off to the side. It's straight out. It's the side of the body that turns then. There you go. You all got it. Notice the space as you push your sit bones down to the mat, sit bones down, and then lift the top side of your body up. Good. 3 breaths there. Yeah, really fill your ribs, your lungs, fill it up. Exhale it out. Seated forward fold. Everything comes forward. Now go ahead, melt down into your fold. Take whatever bend you need through your knees so that your hamstrings have access to allow you to lengthen. And let the top of your body really connect with the lower half of your body. Get down there. Reverse table or reverse plank. Use the feet and the legs here. I'm going to see where everybody's going. Whether it's a table or a plank, push down into the feet. Good. Now pull the outer shins in, right? So the outside of your legs, the muscles come in. Really nice, Paige. Yeah, activate the quads. Good. Chelsea, can you bring your feet closer together so that's hip width? Good. Now push up, everybody. Deep breath. Stay for this out breath. One more time. Inhale. Come on down for fish pose. With or without a support. Up to you. And then put your feet where they feel good. That might mean nice and long. That might mean in a Supta Baddha Konasana style. Or that might mean your feet in the air. You might point your toes and lift your legs up. That's a little ab activation in fish pose. But you put your feet where it feels right so that you can breathe. Yeah, while your heart opens. Go ahead, make your way out of fish into headstand or handstand. Shoulder stands, any way you want to get your feet up in the air now. So completely reverse the norm. Support your lymphatic system. That's the physiological reason we get up in there. We like to get the feet up in the air, get some upside down hang time. But put your attention on your feet, what they're doing. How are your feet connected to what the rest of your body is up to here? Yeah, spreading the toes, feet alive and awake. Let them drive up in the air, even though your foundation is still on the mat. Excellent. Shoulder stands. Really get your shoulders in. Push down through your upper arm bones. Nice. There you go. From shoulder stand, drop your toes for plow. There you go. Plow to deaf man's pose. Bend your knees. And everyone, make your way down, spine to the mat. Nice and easy. Give yourself a hug, squeeze in when you get there. And rock from side to side here, or maybe circles, full circles, if those would feel good on the back of your pelvis. Drop your feet and your knees to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder for supine twist. Switch directions of the twist. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your big toes to touch. Press the centers of your heels into one another. Notice the connection of your feet. Press the soles of the feet, active feet, push them into one another here. That's it. Spread your toes apart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Shavasana. Go ahead and let your feet and legs fall exactly as they need to be comfortable. Set yourself up for rest and ease. Take a deep, full breath in. Go ahead, exhale and let it go. Bring a little movement to your feet, your hands, your shoulders, your neck. And take a full body stretch on the mat, nice and long from top to bottom. Make your way over to your side and curl up in infant's pose. Inviting the floor to hold you. Allow your whole weight to rest here for this breath. Come on up to a comfortable seat. And with your legs connected to the floor, sit bones connected, inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Ground yourself, knowing that you are here. We are here, each of us together. In this moment, we'll seal our practice with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Take a breath in and let it go. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for each other, for moving and grounding and centering yourself with each and every one of the other classmates tonight. It would not have been the same without you. Thank you. Together we bow, honor each other, and I say thank you.